Welcome to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. If you're listening on Spotify, you can support the podcast through listener support. Plus, check out exclusive show-related content and join the community at patreon.com/Animal Stories for Kids. And now, it's time for our story. Once upon a time, there was an alpaca named Rosa. Rosa the alpaca lived on a farm with other animals and a really nice farming family. They would feed her apples in her feeding trough and let her graze on the grass in the fields. Rosa the alpaca was allowed to roam on the farmland during the mornings when the grass would be wet, so she can eat the grass and have some fresh morning dew to drink. On this morning, Rosa was out in the fields, grazing on some wet grass, when all of a sudden, she saw a butterfly fluttering in the air, and it landed on her nose. Rosa was so intrigued by the butterfly. "Why did this butterfly land on my nose?" she asked. "Ooh, it's so pretty. I wonder where it came from." The butterfly said to Rosa the alpaca, "I love your fleece. It's so soft and squishy. Can I take a nap on it?" Rosa said, "Sure, I love my fleece too. I'm glad I can share with you some of it." The butterfly flew to Rosa's back and rested on her fleece and went to sleep. Rosa thought the butterfly looked so pretty. She wanted to show all the animals on the farm how pretty she looked with this butterfly on her. So Rosa the alpaca walked around the farm with the butterfly asleep on her back. She walked past the pigs, and they all looked at Rosa the alpaca and said, "Wow, what a pretty-looking butterfly, Rosa. That makes you look so nice." Rosa said, "You think so? Aw, thanks, pigs." Then she kept walking and went by the horses, and the horses said to Rosa, "Whoa, you look so cool with that butterfly on your back." Rosa felt so good knowing that all the other animals were so impressed with her new little accessory. She felt like it made her fleece look better, and she continued to walk around the farm. As Rosa the alpaca walked around the farm, all the animals complimented her on how the butterfly made her look so nice. She walked by all the animals on the farm, and she went to the edge of the fields, where one of the farmer's family members forgot to close the fence. And Rosa had an idea that she wanted to show all the wild animals outside of the farm how well she looked with the butterfly. The sheep on the farm told Rosa the alpaca, "You really shouldn't leave the farm, Rosa. We're safe and taken care of here. But once you leave the farm, you're too far from being taken care of." The rooster also said, "Yeah, Rosa, maybe you should stay inside the farm field so we can all make sure you're okay." Rosa the alpaca said to all the farm animals, "Aw, thanks for being concerned, but I just want to show this awesome butterfly on my back to a few more animals. I won't be too far, and it won't take too long. I'll be right back." So she kept walking outside of the farm fields, and she walked as far as the farm entrance sign that was the beginning of the driveway to get into the farm. And just then a spider popped up from behind the farm sign and said, "Ooh, that's a nice-looking butterfly you have there." Rosa the alpaca said, "Thank you." Rosa then walked and walked, and she walked by a big blackberry bush. And then some wild rabbits came by and said, "Wow, what a cool-looking butterfly." She kept walking and walking, and she walked under a big tree, and a family of possums dropped down from the tree and said, "We really like how the butterfly's colors pops up on your fleece." Rosa the alpaca got carried away at how every animal she walked by was so impressed by her butterfly. She was outside of her farm, but she thought to herself, "I'm not too far from the farm. I just want to show my awesome butterfly to some more animals outside the farm. As long as I don't go too far, I should be okay." So Rosa kept walking a little more, past the streets, into the dirt roads, looking for other animals to show off her cool butterfly. But after she stopped seeing more animals, she stopped and looked back. "Uh-oh," she said. "I think I walked too far." And since Rosa walked so much, she became hungry, and her stomach began to growl. Just then, the butterfly woke up and got up from the fleece. The butterfly said to Rosa the alpaca, "Thanks for letting me sleep on your fleece. I really needed that nap." Rosa the alpaca said, "No problem. It was my pleasure. I thought you looked really nice on my back too, and so I went around my whole farm showing you around, and everyone thought you looked really nice on me too." The butterfly said, "Ooh, that's great. I'm glad I was able to help you look nice. But, where are we? I thought we were on a farm." Rosa said, "I think I got lost." The butterfly said, "How did you get lost?" Then Rosa the alpaca said, "I was showing you to all the animals on the farm, and then I got carried away and wanted to show the animals that live outside of the farm. So I walked around and I wanted to show more and more animals. So I kept on walking away from the farm, and now there aren't any more animals and I'm lost. And I'm hungry. I think it was a mistake to leave the farm. I just wanted all the animals to see how awesome you looked on my back, and I'm not sure how to get back home now." The butterfly said to Rosa, "What if we retrace our steps and go back to where we came from?" Rosa the alpaca said to the butterfly, "That sounds like a great idea, but I'm afraid we're in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know which direction the farm is from here." The butterfly said, "Well, we're on a dirt road, so let's walk back this dirt road until it leads to the street." Rosa agreed and started walking back on the dirt road toward the street. Then they came to the street. The butterfly then said to Rosa the alpaca, "Where were we before the street?" Rosa said, "I remember a big tree where a family of possums complimented how I looked with you on my back. It's over in that direction." So Rosa the alpaca and the butterfly walked into the direction of the big tree Rosa was talking about. And when they got to the tree, the butterfly asked Rosa, "Where were we before we came to this tree?" Rosa said, "I remember a big blackberry bush where some wild rabbits said some nice things to me." The butterfly said, "Well, let's walk over to the big blackberry bush." When they arrived at the big blackberry bush, Rosa said, "This is it. I think we're getting closer." The butterfly asked, "Where were we before this blackberry bush?" Rosa said, "I think we were at the farm entrance sign where a spider said you look nice on me too." So Rosa and the butterfly went back to the farm sign, and when they got there, Rosa was so happy that she made it back home safe. The butterfly told Rosa, "Thanks for an awesome adventure. It was fun finding our way back to the farm. I hope to see you tomorrow so I can, perhaps, sleep on your soft fleece again." Rosa said, "That sounds like a great idea. Then I can show all the animals how awesome I look with you on my back like today." The butterfly then said, "Let's just not wander away from the farm again." Rosa agreed. "Yes, I do not want to get lost again like today." Then the butterfly said, "Bye," and flew away as Rosa the alpaca smiled and went back to her feeding trough to eat some apples. All the animals were happy to see Rosa again. And Rosa told all the animals, "Hey everyone, I know some of you must have been worried that I wandered away from the farm today. I'm sorry to make you all feel worried about me. I should have listened to all of you. But thankfully I came back safely, and I learned my lesson. I won't be leaving the farm again. It doesn't matter what other animals think of how I look like. I'm just happy that I can show all of you how cool I look, and that's more than enough for me to feel like I look good." Then the pig told the alpaca, "Hey Rosa, we think you always look good. We love your soft, fluffy fleece. Some of us wish we had it. We also think that it looks good when there's a butterfly on your back." All the other farm animals agreed. Then Rosa said, "Aw, you all are great. Thanks for the kind words. I can't wait to show you the butterfly on my back tomorrow. Just watch. It's going to look really cool." All the farm animals said, "We can't wait to see it." And Rosa the alpaca smiled and put her head back into the trough to eat more apples, happy to be back home on the farm with all her farm animal friends. and the alpaca lived happily ever after. The end. The alpaca is a species of South American camelids and are usually confused with the llama. They are slender-bodied mammals with long necks and long legs, small heads and large pointy ears. They're covered in a soft fleece and can have a variety of different colors. They have soft, padded feet and are herbivores. There are two types of alpacas, which are the Wakaya and Suri. Most alpacas are Wakayas. Their difference is that the Wakaya wool grows outward perpendicular to the skin, which gives them a more woolly appearance, and Suri's fiber grows toward the ground in curls and hangs. Alpacas are the smallest of the camelid species, and adult alpacas can range from 100 to 200 pounds. Their length ranges from 47 to 85 inches, and their tail length ranges from 6 to 10 inches. Their shoulder height is around 32 to 40 inches. Alpacas communicate with a soft hum or other vocal and body language, like posturing their neck, ear, and tails and tilting their heads. They make different sounds like humming, snorting, grumbling, clucking, screaming, and screeching. They have great eyesight and hearing and have been seen to alert herds and humans of danger with a fast, repetitive kind of alarm call. Alpacas don't often spit unless they're frightened or abused, but can do it if they really want to communicate that they are not happy. They are native to South America and are known to be grazers of grass. Alpacas also love treats. They love carrots, apples, broccoli stalks, and turnips, but you have to cut them or make sure they're small enough to make sure they don't choke on them. An interesting fact about alpacas is that they use communal dung piles away from where they graze and eat food. This means that they go away from where they eat to poop. And this natural preference to use a dung pile away from where they graze allowed for some alpacas to be successfully house-trained. Have you ever seen a real-life alpaca before? If you have, where did you see it? If you want to write to us, ask your parent to email us at animalstoriesforkids@gmail.com and tell us what you think of our stories. We would love to hear from you. Thanks for listening to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. If you're listening on Spotify, you can support the podcast through listener support. Plus, check out exclusive show-related content and join the community at patreon.com/animalstoriesforkids. Until next time, bye!